Hey, welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope everyone's had a good holiday so far. I meant to do another video or two between the last one and this one, but I only managed to upload a couple shorts, which one of them, surprisingly, seemingly at random, has done better than the rest. Not really sure why. It's a YouTube short video. It's like a minute long, and just showing like a keto cheeseburger I made one night, and it had in 1 week over 750 views. Weird compared to the other videos that take a couple weeks to get to pick up steam and have more than like 10 to 15 views, sometimes 50 or 100 if there's a couple videos that did better than the rest. But this one's now it's been 10 days, it's almost 800 views. And that was like just a view of the food I was cooking and nothing else. Maybe that's the secret. More me videotaping other things and not my face. Anyways, hope everyone had a good Christmas and is planning on having a good New Year's celebration. This is also a special episode. I can call it my birthday episode because I'm not sure if I'll be able to record for a couple of days after today. So I'll call this my birthday episode. And I'm going to taste test a few exotic, foods made with an exotic fruit that is unusual, to say the least. Why some people find it delicious. But durian fruit, it's a fruit that's common in Southeast Asia, but to most people that are not used to it or didn't grow up with it, it tends to remind you of the smell of decaying flesh or something rotten, meat-wise. So like rotten meat. Regardless, like this isn't the fruit itself, but it's stuff made out of the genuine fruit, which is why even without me opening this candy, just the first part is open, I can smell individually wrapped candies still smell like some kind of rotten, decayed, like a cheeseburger that's been sitting in a dumpster for a month. But it's time to taste test something else. I haven't done a regular taste test video in a while. All right, look at what else we have. This is also a product made of durian fruit. It's I don't know, maybe it's like a Southeast Asian version of a Fig Newton, kind of fruit and cake, pastry style. And then this, so when I allowed myself to have a sweet tooth, the version of this that has chocolate or vanilla in it, I loved, but this is probably an abomination for a wafer. But it's still a wafer cookie with durian fruit cream in between the layers. Gonna give it a shot. By the way, I probably already forgot to say so, but please feel free to share video. I like the ones you like, and please comment any suggestions you have on things to taste test or other comments, other content suggestions you have. I'm open to listen. I may not be able to do it. Usually it's not because I don't want to. It just has to do with restraints I have in my life. Like I do work a full-time job, which full-time means at least 55 hours a week sometimes lately. COVID staffing shortages has affected my line of work as well, leaving us often having to do overtime on a regular basis this last year. Anyways, but yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I guess some people like to suggest to ring that bell that's, somewhere on the page. And then you'll know when new content comes up. But yeah, I'm going to taste test each of these items. The first one is this, came in this bag of candies. I found it easily on Amazon, but it is definitely from Thailand or Laos. Just judging by the language written on it. Yeah, originally Thailand, so this is actually packaged in Bangkok. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to give this one a shot. Just one piece, though, because I'm not excited about this one. curious, but not excited. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Oh, good God, that stinks. That sounds, oh, immediately it's the smell of like a fart from someone who clearly has something wrong with their lower intestine. Like, yeah, it's a rough one. Oh, good. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of something first. Probably after too. Here we go. Oh. Oh. That is strange. Usually they go together. You know, when something smells that horrible, it usually tastes as bad or not worse, if not worse. This weirdly has a pleasant undertone while that horrible smell is going through my mouth. I'm trying to place it. It's almost like there's a secondary flavor of like hint of butterscotch candy flavoring that's mixed with this rotten dog fart of a scent. I'm gonna eat the whole piece though. Okay. And this is definitely thorough teeth brushing today is gonna be happening regardless. Oh, extra. Although I have to say, I'm going to try these other things. I'm grateful that there's an undertone of butterscotch. So it just basically just means my breath smells like complete rotten ass right now. And I'm tasting butterscotch. It's slowly overpowering the stench. But I'm sure it's still there. And I just somehow went numb to it for a minute. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Oh, good grief. That's unpleasant. Okay. So, oh, this one's called the Durian cakes. So it is. It is like a fig Newton, just made with durian and made in Asia. But it definitely looks sort of like the same way fig Newton is, with the candied version of the real fruit shoved in the middle of a pastry, but small. All right. Oh, I'm opening upside down, of course. Oh, that's why it didn't reek worse. They're individually wrapped. I see. That's actually good. I don't actually want my entire apartment smell like durian fruit until I manage to find people to eat all of these. Okay, so there's one. It is like you packaged a single fig Newton. It's a little thicker than our actual fig Newtons, but still kind of looks like one in the picture. Now let's see what they actually look like. I'm trying to put the rest back in the box. I don't need more than one right now. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll ask my roommate if they want to taste test in front of the video camera. But right now, let's give this a shot. Their packaging is nice. Really pretty picture and font and everything else. Put a lot of effort into something that smells like ass. Okay, so, actually, it's like a block. And it feels, I mean, they call it cake, but the same thing with fig Newtons, right? They're almost a cookie, but a little bit cake-like. This reminds me of a pastry because it's kind of flaky. And instead of like fig Newtons where you can see it peeking out, they've completely sealed it in this thing. So that's interesting. I'm going to break it in half. I have a paper plate here so we can see what it looks like. And there. Okay, so, okay, so, again, it's kind of like the pastry part actually smells good, like cookie. It smells a little bit like a sugar cookie. But the durian fruit, I mean, it's like you took a piece of rancid meat and packed it into a delicious shortbread cookie. Very crumbly. Wow, it's weaker flavored than the candy, so it's already better. And the cookie on the outside, okay, yeah, there's a little, as you eat more of the middle. Oh, it's gross in the middle. But that shortbread cookie stuff on the outside is quite tasty. It is definitely a cultural gap, though, to understand why you'd put fruit that smells like ass in the middle of this shortbread. Because, I mean, there are a number of other fruits down there that are freaking amazing to most everyone in the world. I don't see how this one missed. Or how someone cracked that fruit open and was like, a fruit that smells like rotten meat. Let's make things out of this. Like, why? Why? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I need to eat all this. I mean, it's just one piece, but the piece is much bigger than the candy piece, and really a bit more than I'm supposed to eat of pastry stuff for my, I generally don't eat carbs other than these taste test videos when it is something in that form. Oh, kind of ruined the taste of my drink. It was Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry, which was delicious before, and now it has the flavor of durian fruit when I'm drinking. That's a horrible side effect. I need to cleanse my palate, though. Oh, that's worse than either of the things I ate. The way it makes the drink taste like it, like the fruit. It's just not cool. Okay, so let me see. I'll show you one more time. How was this that I just tried one brick of? And, okay, so, you know, this was built up to be horrible, you know, from what I've watched other channels that did taste test and got around to durian fruit. Some of them I would find a little bit melodramatic because, yes, durian fruit's disgusting. But the other stuff, it's, you know, you have to give credit. The candy had that butterscotch flavoring underneath. This has delicious shortbread on the outside, just filled with, you know, ass. So it's not as bad as some of them make it seem. But hey, I have one more item to try on this menu. Leto? I don't know. What if Jared's going to sue this Thai company? Let's see. No, it's all backwards, yeah, because I'm still an amateur. Anyways, this one says it's made in China. So it is, appears from the thing on the different packages, it's not, the fruit may be found mostly in Southeast Asia, but it's definitely popular over a lot of Asia. And from the fact that I could get it extremely easily on Amazon, it's popular in a lot of places. All right. Package June 23rd, 2021. Oh, and it expires 1 year later. So 12 months shelf life. Good to know. They call these waffles. So, you know, those cookie things that we have here, wafer cookies, they call them waffles over there. Maybe they don't have regular waffles and they don't, the breakfast food, but either way, interesting. Okay. Oh, this one is especially rank. Whew. Opening the package is like being awfully too close to someone's oversized Great Dane that ate something it shouldn't have and letting loose. Oh, but it's another one with individually wrapped. So that's with everything inside it being wrapped again already, and it already reeks, like not opened all the way. Look, see? The wafers are packed in their own little wrappers. So, just one right now, unless for some reason it tastes amazing. See, they call it waffles on the outside, yet in here it's correctly called a wafer. I mean, it's still Leto wafer, which, you know, someone should maybe message Jared Leto, see if he knows about this. I wouldn't want my name associated with Durian Fruit products in general. Ooh. Okay, so even though it's going to be backwards because I'm an idiot, look at this. You know, if you have the software, you can just flip-flop it around. If you download the video, and then you can read this. But I will read some of it aloud. There's some of it in English. So, it's also in like 3 other Asian languages. But joint stock branch, okay, top food. It's and then the district it was made in, Ninh province. Okay, Vietnam. Good, great. Okay, that's not helpful. And then the address in Hong Kong where this is marketed, packaged, and sent out. Hanoi City. Ah, okay. So this particular version is comes from Vietnam and then is sent to China, where it's finally packaged to sent internationally. Instructions for use. Ooh, I found under the flap secret instructions. Not really secret, but anyways. Instructions for use. Use directly. Period. Store in cool, dry place and avoid direct sunshine. Trust me, these have been triple bagged and hidden in the back of a pantry closet in my kitchen. No sunshine hits them whatsoever. Only the kitchen light. All right, here we go. Maybe one more sip. Still making my drink taste bad. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's definitely like a sugar wafer. Oh, whoa. Good God. Someone needs to take their Beano. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's a little beat up. I mean, it did get here from at least China, if not Vietnam. But yeah, it's a sugar wafer for sure. And thankfully, it does not look as thick as their illustration. The layer in between, there's 2 little layers of goo, which I'm assuming is their candied version of durian fruit. But okay, do not take an extra whiff. It is clear that they really use real durian fruit in the making of this. All right, I'm gonna break it in half. And it's just the yellow in between is the durian fruit stuff. Bottoms up. This stinks so bad. It smells horrible. That's like weird. That's some kind of black magic there. This almost tastes good. How can it smell so horrible and actually be tasty? That's some weird. I wish we could do that to some other awful foods. It reminds me, when you start eating it, very similar to regular vanilla wafers that have a little bit of vanilla flavored filling in between the layers. And while you're eating and tasting that vanilla, you stop tasting and smelling the durian fruit. As soon as I swallow it and it's gone, I can right back to smelling it in my breath and everything. It's so weird. I mean, I guess I'm glad because I didn't vomit. And I was not looking forward to doing that, even for the views. I'm sure it probably would have done really well, but trust me, I'm sure there's other things that I will try that will not surprise me in a good way. But this is actually good enough that I'm going to eat this entire wafer. I'm not eating more, but it's purely because I'm going to try to stay on my keto diet. This is my only, right now for today, my treat. And it's not bad. The other one was not good, but not as bad as I thought it'd be. And the candy, again, that hint of butterscotch made it tolerable. It still left a horrible taste in my mouth. The other two, worse than this. And I generally don't like the artificial vanilla flavoring that exists in a lot of things and fillings and candies. I like vanilla when it's real, like if you have ice cream that's made organic and it's like organic vanilla ice cream or made at a farm, just real. It tastes amazing, but I grew up not knowing why, but just not liking things that said they were vanilla, but were clearly just artificial vanilla flavoring. And I thought I just hated vanilla until at some age, maybe I was like 9 or 10, when my dad actually took me to a farm that made ice cream, like by hand. And I tried a cone with vanilla ice cream on it, and it was amazing. This tastes good, but I'm wondering if it's maybe just the fact that as much as I may not like artificial vanilla, durian fruit is 100 times worse. So even something I generally dislike is still better than tasting the durian fruit. Or it could be they use real vanilla in their wafers. Just like that candy probably used a little bit of real butterscotch flavor mixed in with their ass fruit. But so far, of the three, this one is the least disgusting. Because while you're eating it and not breathing and chewing it up, it actually tastes like a delicious, mild version of a vanilla wafer. Momentary escape from that rotten ass flavor and scent. Yep, that's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. I am curious though how many carbs are in it, because one of the things that makes things taste good is, yeah, a shit ton of carbs. I mean, the way they label their nutrition facts, it says carbohydrates, serving size, 66.4 out of 100 gram serving wafer. So 22% of that whole thing is sugar. Yeah. I'm grateful. Oh, all right, hold on. Cleanse palate. Okay, it's still having a horrible effect on everything I'm drinking after. Good God, it just like sticks to you. I'm gonna have to brush my teeth before I eat dinner, just so I can make sure I don't taste durian fruit in everything else I eat. Whew. Okay, I have a couple ideas for upcoming videos. You can let me know what you think in the comments if I give you a couple ideas. I might do all these things, but like I'm saying, you could help me decide which one comes next. So I have a couple other things to taste test. This is something I'm not doing today because it's just everything right now tastes like durian fruit, so it wouldn't be fair. But it's supposed to be ass-kicking spicy pickle flavored peanuts. Okay, I also have coming in the mail a big tub, because I got the smallest tub I could find on Amazon, but it's still way more than I need for taste testing. This time it's pickled pig's lips, because I did feet and I found out that that's a thing. I mean, the feet I knew was a thing forever, but I didn't know that they actually specifically package, pickle, and sell pig's lips. And I'm gonna find out, because I'm curious. As much as it might taste almost the same flesh-wise as the pig's feet, which honestly was so bony, their ankle and hoof thing, there was hardly any meat to actually eat off of it when you're chewing it up. You end up spitting out a mouthful of bones. The pig's lips probably more skin and subcutaneous tissue and some fat. So there might be a little bit more of it that's actually edible. But I'm curious if it also tastes a little bit different. Obviously, regardless of the animal, I would think your feet eaten probably taste different than the lips off your face. And there's a little bit of the creepy factor. I want to see how much they actually look like lips once they've been, you know, cut off the face of a pig and pickled. Either way, that's there. I could do pickled pig's lips. I can do this. And then I have a couple choices for multi where I need a guest. So I have a book that I got at, for my Secret Santa at work. Looks like a cute small book that is for, it's about, it's basically just popular dad jokes and corny ones. But obviously I'm not going to sit here and read jokes to myself, and then it would be like faking it, honestly, to react. I don't know. Feels stupid to read it out loud by myself and then react to it for the video. So that's going to be one of those items I put in the category of I have to have a guest host with me that day. So either my kid or a friend of mine will do that one with me, where I put this in the other format and we sit both behind the camera and I read while we see their reaction on tape, on video. And then the other thing, which is also multiplayer, or at least it would be more fun that way. I guess I could do it myself, but I think it would be more amusing if there were more than just me. Because it's designed as a game. I have that Bean Boozled, but spicy edition. So instead of it being disgusting occasionally and then okay the rest of the time, they're all some level of spicy. They're either mild and like nothing really much to deal with, or there's some that are like way up there, like in the millions for Scoville scale, and you don't know what it is. And there's a little board game. It's like a rectangle like this big with a spin. So much like Twister, except far less athletic. You spin it, and the color that it lands on is what you pick out of the pile. And I have the beans. It came with some, and someone bought me an extra bag so I can make sure it's full. And we can play a few rounds. I could do one guest is enough, but I might do it with a couple people. Just limitations is the only thing. Like who's available, who's willing. And also my technical skills are amateur at best. Figuring out how to adjust my cameras so that everybody shows up. My editor is still not able to help me out with that right now. COVID is not cool. It's getting in the way of some things, but I'm still going to make content if I can, and I'm going to do that soon. Maybe by New Year's, try to get one of them over here and do one of the multi-person ones. But you can let me know in the comments which one you think sounds fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, subscribe if you think, if you think anything I have in my channel is funny, and you might get amused by another thing coming in the future. Share if you know anyone, even if you find it repugnant. If you know anyone else who has a similar sense of humor enough with me that they might get cracked up by it. And, make comments. That's the other thing. If you think it's okay, but you definitely have ideas that might make my channel better, feel free. And I'll give you credit, full credit in the comments. If somebody gives me a brilliant idea that does really well on here, I'm definitely giving you props and singing your praise. I'm going to try one more thing before I end this video and see if my neighbor / brat wants to make a brief appearance and try the same things. Or at least try the ones that he hasn't tried before. Jack? Hey, Jack. You want to try the durian items you haven't tried yet?
Give me a second.
I know you've tried the candy, but the other two are open now. And you haven't even tried the candy on video, but still. I think people find it more entertaining when they see something more than just my ugly mug making horrible faces and reactions. But so, here's my Jack. This is one of the items, which is actually like a vanilla wafer, but with durian mixed in. And this one, which is like a weird, thicker fig Newton with durian instead of the other fruits. And then I know you've had them before, and you like them, but this is the candy. You got to slouch or pull a chair up if you want.
We'll stand back here.
Okay, that works. Yes, I just want to make sure you're on camera when you try this. So you started with the candy.
And
the candy.
just for the record, it does smell like rotting feet.
Yes, I mean, but
that does not deter me.
I've even been surprised that the taste is not the same as the smell.
Oh.
I noticed with these, in my opinion,
harder to
there's an undertone of butterscotch. Is that true? Is that what you think?
Hold on.
You've had
These are getting harder to chew.
I know. Well, they're a little cold, but I noticed once I started chewing on it, it went from being the ass smell to like I could taste more and more of that undertone of butterscotch.
Yeah.
Which made it tolerable,
definitely.
Right?
I mean,
thank God, right? Because if it just was that more, it would be nasty.
It's definitely there, but I like it overall.
Yeah, but I mean, that's probably part. If it really was just the same as the smell, but stronger in flavor, that wouldn't.
It's like butterscotch, but you added some pineapple.
Yeah, and a little bit of butt.
But that's just the smell.
It is, because once you, while I'm chewing it and tasting it, I stop noticing the smell as much. Until I've completely had it and swallowed it. You know when I noticed it after that, though? When I went to cleanse my palate.
Mm-hmm.
Then it made my drink taste like durian fruit. Not great. Oh, you want to try the Fig Newton next?
Yeah.
Not the Jared Leto lawsuit.
Leto.
Right, that's how he spells his name too, I think.
Oh, no. Good.
I mean, you're right, it might be pronounced differently for that, but for my joke, it's the same.
Leto, there's also, Paul Atreides' father, Leto.
I just realized, look at their freaking description.
Crispy and greasy.
That's your way of selling a product, really?
Crispy and greasy.
That's amazing.
Anyways.
All right, so yes, you're trying the Fig Newton right now. You can lean over here, it gets super crummy. Like over the napkins. Yeah, but again, not horrible as it smells. And this time though, the middle stuff, still gross. But the flaky crust, the shortbread cookie stuff, that's the part that's actually okay. It's like they put a really high quality shortbread cookie around a nasty fucking gooey stuff. Right?
I like the gooey stuff. I have the problem with the bread because it's so...
Yeah,
so
you need
crummy.
you can go grab a cup real quick. You can get something to wash it out because it is like cement. That's the problem with the shortbread. Definitely jams up your mouth. Oh, it's just starting to pass. I've drank enough now that my mouth is starting to slowly not taste completely like rotten ass.
Get it right. It's rotten feet.
Oh, no, not to me. I mean, great for you. But the smell is like a bad fart. And then when I can taste the durian fruit, it's like that, but stronger. So this is a wafer, yes.
Oh, God.
Yep. And it's basically the same, like our wafers. Thank God. Oh, that smell though. Wow, when you open it, it's just, for those of us, it's a strong first smell. But yeah, it's not bad. But even though even though I don't like artificial vanilla flavoring.
I love this.
In the case of durian fruit, it's a relief. In this one, I ate the whole thing too. I couldn't eat the whole cookie, but I ate the whole wafer. It was pleasant.
My only critique, make it less fall apart.
Well, that's hard. Wafers are like that anyways when you buy the American ones. The only way to do that is to actually, you buy the package that's been touched the least and you're careful with it.
At least it's not this thing.
Yeah, shortbread's a bit much. Makes cement in your mouth too. Oh no. God damn. Might as well be farting when you burp now. So what do you think?
Good.
All right. I asked their opinion to put in the comments what they think for the next video. And I listed off the things I have. And one of the things determining, I said, was the fact that some of them are things that require me to have a guest. So like the game, I have the jelly bean game.
Beans.
Bean Boozled, but spicy Bean Boozled with the board game. That's one. I need at least one, maybe two people. That I could play with, like Ryan or Angel or you.
Yeah.
But the book, I just need at least one more person to not feel like an idiot. Because it just feels dumb, me reading it out loud and then reacting myself. I mean, that's an idea. I could read it to Bob.
You mean Billy?
Billy, yeah. I guess that's one idea because it's odd enough that it might make decent content just because it's weird.
Expect a Billy cameo.
At some point, I'll have Billy in. Either way, but I'd love to read some of them and have your cringe factor reaction to my dad joke books, the jokes in the book.
Yes, but I have an idea that I think you'll like that involves me and Billy.
Well, I was already thinking anyways that if I'm going to have Billy on screen, maybe someone can be Billy's voice if it requires voice reactions. Maybe.
No.
Even little pre-recorded like phrases. You just
Who knows?
You pick which one and you play it.
Who knows?
And then until I punch him out of the screen.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. And again, please
subscribe,
share, and comment. And let me know what you think and ideas and all that.
Subscribe.
Please. I didn't say it. He said it. All right. But yeah, that's good. And in a few hours, I will be older. Officially middle-aged.
Subscribe.
Ow. That was loud.